the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
I mean, it's
Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field.
Okay, who knows? Who knows?
Notre Dame will kick it off to get us underway.
Back to New York. And the fucking regular season was a fucking sandbag.
Fielded in the end zone. It's White. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Fighting off the defender. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job on his offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Ball handed off.
Might be a fucking good bit.
Oh, look at the quick play. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 30.
Okay, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just talking, man. Goddamn.
They wanted to start when they opened up this game, especially on the road. It's a really well-blocked play. Pick up a good chunk of yards. And if you're the offensive line, this is what you've talked about all week in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front. They give their running back plenty of room to pick up those good yards.
And the single back takes the handoff.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Dude, seen on Twitter, they said whenever the Celtics lose their home opener in the playoffs, they lose a series.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And it's caught. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. And here comes a deep shot.
God damn it, man, fucking.
And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. You're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Looking for a gap. It's Love. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And at first down, they go right back to him.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Back to pass. It's Leonard. And the junior gets home, making a sack there. They finally come up with their first sack of the game. Do it by blitzing the DB.
Love to see the secondary get involved. I know it's a bit of a risk. You play some man coverage behind it, but you can see how dangerous it can be when you decide to bring these defensive backs because of their speed and how quickly they can get to the quarterback.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed.
Let's go.
It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown.
No punt return.
So they'll try to add the lead now with a PAT.
Shit.
PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Offense will keep it on the ground here.
Bro, they be giving Jeremiah Love whatever the fuck you want.
27.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two, and that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
They go with a direct snap. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. An inside give now from the shotgun. Oh, they've stopped him short.
Jeremiah Love.
What a 4th down play, and they will take on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
14, Notre Dame, 0.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Love.
Oh, what?
Finds room at the 30. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's found some room at the 45. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter.
Yeah, let's see what Joe Mazzulla got to say.
That's the end of the first quarter. Kentucky 14, Notre Dame 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. And here's the handoff. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Of course.
Now it's second down here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw. It's Leonard. Quick throw to the left side.
Whew.
Oh, the pass is picked off.
Wildcats different.
Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
First.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Enough for a first down at the 37.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
God.
Oh, it's picked off.
I don't know what team is going to put a damn ball.
He's got some room and some blockers here. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. When the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Finding some room at the 25. Touchdown, Irish. It was a foot race and he won it. He just breaks away and takes it to the house from distance. That's an elite running back type of play.
You know, when he got out into the open field, I didn't know if he had the speed to take that thing all the way to the house, but he does. That's next level speed.
Good job dealing with the footing. PAT is good. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
I have a glandular problem.
Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The defensive coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Vandegrift. Throws to the tight end. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
This one will be fair caught. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Quick spin on the run. Runs through the defender. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
What a surprise. Notre Dame running the football for another first down. Seems like we've been saying that for decades and decades. The ability to run the football, not just the backs that stand out to me when you think about Notre Dame's history. It's especially true about the line of scrimmage and those big offensive linemen opening up those holes.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. And tackled there by the defense. Empty set now. 5 wide. Looking downfield. It's Leonard. He's running out of time here. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
There's a nice play by this defense. After giving up a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here comes a handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Send the back in motion. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down play.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. A pop pass on the jet sweep.
Come on, man.
Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed.
That boy good.
Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. They can't catch him. Touchdown. Special teams
That boy
making
good.
a monster play. The returner gets the touchdown, but a bunch of guys contributed that time, Kurt.
Yeah, exactly right. The blocks up front really set the tone to be able to give him his chance. You don't see this
Punt
happen
return,
very
kick
often
return.
in this game.
He's a
The
99
guy gets a
speed, so
chance
I'll
to have a
kick
kickoff return for a touchdown. Everything has to be just perfect.
He
And,
need
of
to
course,
hit anybody.
he had the speed to be able to get it all the way to the end zone.
Excuse me.
That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
2019.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point to... He's looking deep here.
Pick it off.
Pass ball is incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Back to pass. It's Leonard. Throws a bullet to the right. He fires this throw and is intercepted.
Embarrassing.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Grab behind the line. It's Trainum. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. The QB throws his third pick of the day.
That's the
He's
one
got
he has
some open field ahead. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover three. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Grab down the middle. It's Love. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half.
To come outside.
The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a fumble.
Damn.
Recovers the fumble.
Wow, that is big-time awareness by his teammate to get on top of it.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one.
That was Jordan Mud. That was touchdown.
So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap.
Don't do it.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Steve.
They can't stop him. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Irish offense comes up here on first and goal. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the freshman brings him down quickly. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Quarterback, pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. He's moving out of the pocket. And he throws the ball out of bounds there. Smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up third down. Offense moving backwards here a long way from the goal line now. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Pressure is coming. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Oh!
Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. To the air. It's Vandegrift. Defense is coming after him. That's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag.
That would have been cool, though, right?
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down.
Well, Bull's like, what's that one going
in here over the middle. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return.
Because of the thing that said something about fair sim. The dude was like, well, I'm back here and this and this. I told them both. I said, set a timer tomorrow.
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Remember, it was a field goal last possession.
He only has a small window to play.
They've got him down out near the 40.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
First and 10 play coming up. They'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
2nd down after that previous play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Dropping back. It's Leonard. He's moving out of the pocket now. Just trying to get rid of it. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw.
What are you doing? 11?
Just trucks through the defender. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Gonna run it. It's Young. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage. Not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks. He's got some room. Can he get there? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Kicker on the sidelines. They'll go for 2 points here, trying to tie the score. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he makes the grab in the end zone. The conversion works, and the game is now tied. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage.
Kentucky offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. On the run, it's Traynham. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The back's got it. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. They're going to run it here. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. We bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Ranks up a 1st and 10. Some hard work there for a tackle. Finding enough space for a solid gain for this time.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Kentucky has moved into the red zone now. They'll hand it off. Got space. They're going to score. Touchdown.
You want to run? Nigga, let's run.
They jump in front here in the fourth.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
PHC is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop.
Who's going to make a play? Give me a turnover.
That's solid coverage. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Running out of time in the pocket.
Come on, Dion.
Fires
wow.
Move. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right.
Wow.
Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground.
Come on, man.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. He'll hand it off.
Let's go, baby.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Over the middle, it's Mitchell. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. They move to 6, but we're to the line here on 1st down now. It's a shotgun run call. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Flipping the games. Flipping the game.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
What a touchdown here with under 2 minutes to go. And the big question now, Chris, is do you kick this extra point to tie it up, or do you go for 2 to potentially take the lead? Either way, the defense still is going to have to go out there and make some plays.
Sorry.
Kickoff team is on the field to move
Main
this
character
one away.
in my own, man. Come on.
That one sails out of the back of the end zone.
Give me a chance. What you trade? Who?
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. How do you play this now? Do you call it a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in a regulation? You've seen you're able to make the stop after a short game.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Caught behind the line. It's Trainum. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Chris, I love to see this. Nothing open downfield, so he does the right thing by checking it down to his back. Who's dangerous in the open field, picks up some really good yards, but that clock is still a big factor here.
God damn it, Justin. Oh, fucking
a terrible mistake late in the game. Gonna take it all the way in.
Preset on that ball.
Touchdown, Irish.
What a play here by the defense. We kept thinking this defense might have to come up with a stop to give the ball back to their own offense to see if they can maybe take the lead, but instead they take matters into their own hands and come up with a turnover and a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive.
Of course, you want to stay there.
Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot.
Yeah, I'll take that
Deep shot
PI.
ball's incomplete, but a lot of contact. And here comes the penalty flag.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay
Oh, my
up with
fucking
them.
God.
And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
It just always goes to just a random nigga in the middle of the field, bro. Every single time.
Return a pick 6. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Just a tough spot to be as a quarterback. He feels the pressure. He wants to get rid of the ball. But you can see what can happen when the pressure gets to that quarterback right in his face. The ball is up in the air. The defense is able to come down with it, not only for an interception, but they get a touchdown themselves.
Kick it to him.
This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The pre-snap motion from the offense. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. Touchdown, Kentucky. Made the defense look slow that time.
Chris, I mean, this game is essentially over, and these guys are still fighting and trying to get the ball into the end zone, and they do. Those are the kind of things that coaches pay attention to, and really you start to learn about who are your fighters, who are your foxhole guys. We're learning that about this team today.
To throw, it's Vandegrift. The pocket breaking down.
What the?
It's incomplete. He got away with one there. A dangerous throw. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick.
Number 16, set to advance on the football.
And the hands team able to recover the football. Powers through. No, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the dub.